this commission has no purview over that matter, and I just want to make that clear, and I appreciate your point of view.
There's a huge disconnect between the city government and most of the citizens that live here. It's prevailing throughout the community. There's a distrust for good reasons. People come down there month after month, make comments they're not listened to. Projects are approved that most people don't want. Dishonest statements are made and not retracted, even though they're pointed out. There are serious questions about this provision. You say it's only about fire. As I said before the meeting, if that's the case, then you ought to tightly write it and specifically state that. I think, having read the document, that it opens the book up to a lot of different things. I believe that's the opinion of some pretty capable people, including one of the state legislators. So whatever it's supposed to say, don't have it say what witnessing says or somebody says it says. Have it say what it says in plain English that any imbecile can understand it. So that's the logical thing to do.
The Dunwoody Parkway, it's all to use this grant money, but it's going to cost us a lot of money to reduce to 4 lanes to 2 when nobody rides bicycles, and there are no stores along there where you're not going to ride a bicycle to the Goodyear plant. You're not going to take your child on a bicycle to the pediatrician's office. You're not going to go to a special events. You're not even going to go to curbs.
I think we've got an empire building city council. I don't want you to be a part of that. I don't want anybody to be a part of it. I know that Terry's pushing for the city to take over fire services. Without meaningful data, where is the data? You can't find it on the internet. You can't find it on any website.
Is that we all know that fire departments, ED departments, they all eat money, and you don't make any money. And you all are thinking that you're going to strap this burden on the taxpayers without even asking the taxpayers what they think. I think that's just obnoxious on your part, considering that if this was a vote, most people in the community would ask their doctors or their neighbor nurses or whatever in the community to ask them what would happen. I do take offense when someone on this group complains about the EMS and firemen when I haven't seen any data showing that they were the ones at fault.
George Washington crossed that Delaware because they were being ignored. They had no input. They were being taxed without being represented. And we are here 237 years later fighting that same battle. It is ludicrous. It is obscene that y'all are even doing this. I resent it. I resent that council. I am distressed that I ever voted for a city. And y'all are making Vernon Jones look real good. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says, I live in Dunwoody and I miss Vernon Jones. Elections are coming up and I will stand on the street corners. I will hold up signs. I will die in my tracks to fight for this because George Washington is my buddy. And you can make friends with George Washington and fight this, or you can hang out with this bunch. And if Fran Miller wants to agree with this, he comes up for election. Cynthia McKinney went after Dunwoody, and we put her behind me down. And we can put Fran Miller behind me down too. And all we got to do is tell the people who is behind all this. They're grabbing power, and I don't want them to have it, and I'm gonna fight it. I voted, I supported, I walked the streets with Mike Davis, and he has betrayed us. Right. Yeah. Terry Nall has betrayed us. And let's tonight, before we go to that parade tomorrow, raise your hand and say, I want my city back. We're fighting for our country on every level, and we may as well start it right here tonight.